Hey folks, it's your boy Quincy, and today, Friday 29th of May 2026, I'll be speaking on the topic of the UK student loan system. Student loan debt system is a fucking joke. Let me begin. We all know in the UK now, especially the university fee system, student loan system, is really bad. It's a fucking joke because so many university graduates end up in massive debt. Like, let's say in the region of 50 grand a year, 50 grand debt, 60 grand debt, 70 grand debt, 90 grand debt, even sometimes £100,000 in debt or £200,000 in debt, depending on what degree you do, yeah. And it wasn't always this way because before 1998, university used to be free. And you used to get student loan grants and maintenance grants that were paid by the government to the students, yeah. So therefore, they get free university education. They graduate with a degree with no student loan debt share. And in 1998, when I was 15 or 16, I was about to do my GCSE exams. I remember Tony Blair and the UK, and the British government had to announce that they had to introduce student loan tuition fees to pay for the degrees to the students. So they had to pay £1,000 per year, right? And that kind of caused problems with the future because I thought myself at the time I was just about to sit my GCSE exams. Yeah, I thought myself, you know what? If I go to university full time, depends on what the grade I got at the time, GCSE grade I got at the time in 1998, yeah. I'll probably have to get in debt to go to university to get a piece of paper, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. And I remember very well, yeah, and it caused an uproar in the UK at the time, especially 1998, and the whole student loan fees came to fall in the 1998 to 1999 academic year. And that year I was starting sixth form after I did my GCs. I remember very well because, you know, between 1998 to 2004, you had to take out student loans that was £1,000 per year, right? And then it obviously had maintenance loan costs and things like that, living costs and things like that, yeah. And between 2005 to 2011, you paid £3,000 per year, and I think you paid £1,500 per year part time. You went part time, yeah. And from 2012 to now, if you go full time university, you pay £9,000 per year just for the course. That's full time university students. And if you went part time, I think you paid over about £6,000 of just over £6,000, yeah. And I think it's a bloody joke because I'm so glad I didn't do it the conventional way. I'm so glad I went to university in September 2010 and I paid just over £1,500. For the first year, I paid 1,000. I went to university. I went to University of London 4.5 years and did two business degrees. Yeah, foundation degree, business management, and BA honours business studies degree. Yeah, and for the first year of my university, I paid £1,560. In the second year of my university, I paid £1,600. In the third year university, to my recent year, I paid £280. And in my fourth and final year of my university course, for my business studies top-up degree course, I paid £1,700, yeah, and I paid it out of pocket. I paid it with my own cash because I was working full time in my last law firm job as an office service assistant. So I paid it in cash because I never took out student loans. That's God's true. I never took out student loans. I would never do it. I would never ever do it because I remember all the way back in August 2001, 25 years ago, when I was a 19-year-old student. I just finished Harvard College. I just got my GMQ to Immediate Business Qualification Results Day in mid-August 2001. Me and my stepmother had an argument because she wanted me to go to university at that time. I couldn't have gone anyway because I didn't have a level 3 qualification. All I had was 7 GCSEs, a GMQ Foundation in Leisure and Tourism, which is level 1 qualification. And I had a GMQ Intermediate Business qualification, which is level 2. And I got merit overall grades, which can 4B grades, GCSE, which I done right. But that wasn't enough because that means if I went to go to university in 2001, September 2001, that means, like I said before in my last video, I had to go back to Harvard College for another 2 years between age 19 to 21 in the years of 2001 to 2003, and had to do vocational A levels, and that would have cost me £1,200 for the 2-year course. And I didn't have money then. I didn't have money like that then because I was studying full time at Harvard College, my GMK business qualification. I was working part time Birking, earning between £50 to £70 a week, depends what day shift I did, yeah. So and back then days, you didn't have student loans for college. You have student loans for university, but you didn't have student loans for college. Yeah. So if you didn't have the money to pay for your college course in cash, you had to leave and get a job, and that's what I had to do. And in a weird ironic way, the best thing that happened to me because I didn't get no student loan debt back then. I was 19. And when I went to college, when I went to university in September 2010, that's the best thing I've done. I didn't have A level 3 qualifications like going off topic like A levels, GEVIC Advanced, vocation A levels, or BTEC level 3 extended diploma. Yeah. So I did the foundation degree, business management, 2-year foundation degree, a level 4 and level 5 course. But I ended up doing 3 years because in the first year, that was my recent year, because I reset 2 modules. I failed those 2 modules in the second year of my university degree, my foundation degree, business management qualification. So in the end, I graduated from, so I had my first graduation in November 2013 at age 31 for my foundation degree, business management qualification. I passed that, got pass grades, and in my second degree, my BA Honours Bachelor's Business Studies degree, I passed that as well. I got third class honours degree, and I had my second graduation in July 2015. And I went to both my graduations. The first one in November 2013 at age 31, with my foundation degree, and my second university graduation, age 30, I just turned 33 6 weeks before. The second graduation was at the 22nd of July 2015. I just turned 33. Now 6 weeks after I had my 33rd birthday on the 10th of June 2015, and both my university graduation ceremonies for the University of West London were both at Wembley Stadium, a big stadium, one of the best stadiums in the world, and the best thing that ever happened to me. And I went to both of them, took my graduation pictures, official ones, and took loads of pictures of my friend. The best thing ever happened to me. But back to the top at hand. The whole student loan debt thing is a fucking joke, because I feel that in this country university degrees should be free, because with the government they've got the whole priorities set, they got the whole priorities messed up, because they can find all these £1 billion to help war-torn countries, to help refugees, and that's well and good. But they don't look after the UK own. For example, the UK British people. For example, you got homeless people. You got British Army veterans that are homeless. You got university graduates that are massive debt and they can't get jobs because the whole system's so fucked up. They can't get jobs because now everything's been taken over AI, artificial things taking over people's jobs, and that's a scary sight to see. So now it's just and now they're in debt now, and they're in debt for the rest of their lives, because obviously they've got to pay back those loans for at least 40 years to their retirement age. So let's say they graduate from 21, they don't pay off, they won't get written off until they're 61, and then that time they're pretty much retired, it was retirement age, and even then they might not be able to pay it off because it's so expensive. It's like graduate tax. They have to pay it off forever. But it's like a loan, you pay it off by over a certain amount of time. But with graduate tax, they pay them forever, and that's bullshit for me. Yeah, because I'm so thank God I didn't follow the status quo. I thank God I didn't get the best grades at school first time around. Because if I did, say if I got the example, say if I got all like 8 A stars in my GCSE 98, and I got 3 A's in my A levels in 2000. Just example, if I did do well at school, and I went university at the age of 18, 2000, and graduated at 2003 at age 21. Yeah, I would have done well at school and college, and let's say I got 2 1 first in my degree. Yeah, I've done well, but I'll be in massive debt, you know what I mean, for the rest of my life, or, you know what I mean. So that's just bullshit, and I feel that the government's got their priorities messed up, because, you know, in other European countries, yeah, the university tuition fees are free, and they get better quality education. Whereas in the UK, the UK's government ripping off their poor students, poor universities, the poor graduates, and they can't, and with their degrees, they're in massive debt and they can't get jobs. And I think it's bullshit, you know what I mean. And in 2009, 2010, the student loan companies were criticised not only by the universities but the students as well, because the application process to get the loans, so they can pay the degrees, take a long process, and they won't get the student loan money on time to pay for the degrees. So the whole student loan company system is flawed, because, you know, the government's creating financial debt slaves for university course, and I think it's bullshit. And I think university should be free in this country. If I was an MP, member of Parliament, I'll abolish student loans. I'll make it free, because this country is one of the richest countries in the world, and they can't help their own UK university students, British English students, to pay their university course for free. That's bullshit, man. Because most European countries are free, and the trouble is now, I think the UK, it's basically come to university education, the student loan fees, it's become more like America, because America, bloody the university students, they come out like fucking like 100 grand in debt, 200 grand in debt, sometimes £1 million in debt. Fucking no, they'll never pay off. And the thing is, they can't write it. In the UK, after a certain amount of time, the UK the debt gets written off. But in America, fucking like they can't what do you call it? They can't bankrupt it. They can't stop it. You know what I mean? It's gonna follow them to the die, yeah. And if they die and without paying their debt, it's gonna get passed on to their family members. So that it's worse in America, but it's still bad here. I'll be very fortunate that I got my 2 degrees for only £5,140, and I'm a very fortunate man, because I'm so glad I didn't follow the status quo. Because if I followed what my stepmom told me, my aunt told me at the time, I would be in the world of trouble. I would have been massive student loan debt just by listening to their bullshit. Because I knew the whole system was wrong. Even when I was a kid, the whole education. With education, I'm going to discuss that in another video about the whole second school education is bullshit in this country. I'll do that in another video. But this video, I'm talking about the student loan fees in the UK for university students and graduates. It's bullshit, because all they want is a better life here. And obviously, if you're a student that comes from a rich family, obviously your parents could pay off like your degree in cash, so you don't have to worry about student loan. You get virtually for nothing, yeah. But for those who are like working class, middle class, sometimes poor families, you know, especially with poor families, their whole mentality, if they send the kids to university, they think that getting a degree now, especially ethnic minority families, they think, oh, if my son gets a degree, they'll get him out of poverty. No, not these days. They won't work that way, because they will get into more poverty. They need more debt. You get me? Getting a degree, I think the last time getting a degree was worth something, I'll say 11 years ago, when I was 33 and I got my degree. I say last time the degree was worth something was 11 years ago. And since then, it's lost its gloss and magic, man. Getting a degree don't mean nothing, man. I mean, having a bachelor's degree now it's equivalent to get like a A-level academic advice. It's lost its appeal. It's not the same anymore. It's not the same anymore. Back in the day, if you got a degree, let's say 30 years, if you got a degree 36 years ago, back in 1990, or even 1997, 1998, or even 2000, 2003, you guaranteed a good job. You guaranteed you set for life. But now, get a degree now, it's not worth the piece of paper. You know what I mean? Unless you get a degree apprenticeship where you get your employer to pay for your degree, and you have to work. You study for like, you have to work there and be there and study for like 5-6 years, and you get a degree for nothing. You get paid for. But other than that, going to degree is not worth it. Unless you become a doctor, solicitor, lawyer, teacher, civil engineer, or judge, where you have to have a degree, then it's not worth going to university. It's not. I mean, I went to university because I was able to pay for my degree for very cheap, for 2 degrees for 5,000. 2 business degrees I paid for £5,140. I was very, very fortunate, especially for a working class black mixed race man who grew up in poverty, grew up poor. I did something that was extremely rare, and I used my elite financial management skills to pay for my degree, because there's no way. I'm so glad. I said to my stepmom at the time, I said to her back in 25 years ago, back in August 2001, I said to her, listen, if I'm going to university, I'm going part-time and I'm paying for myself. I would no one take student loan debt. I don't be fucking debt slave to the government for the rest of my life. Fuck that shit. I'm better than that. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't be a financial debt slave to the government. No way. So, like I said, my two businesses that I've got now, I own it outright with cash. I paid it, so it's mine forever. You know what I mean? I don't have to pay those government Tony Blair. I remember back in '97. I remember back when I was in year 10, when Tony Blair came to power from the Labour government. He said education, yeah, and he wanted 50% of UK population to get degrees, yeah. But the problem it created, yeah, was when too many people get the university degrees, the degrees itself, university degrees don't lose its value, because everyone's got one. Having a degree now is like having A levels. It's lost its value. Not like how it was before. From all the way from time degrees were invented in this UK country to 2015. The last time I think having a degree meant something was when I got my degree in 2015, when I was 33, just turned 33. But now degrees, if I was 89 years old now, if I was a teenager now, I would not go to university. I know it sounds hypocritical, but the reason I say that because I did mine in a rare situation. That was a rare situation where I had the golden opportunity and I took it, and it was a once in a lifetime situation, but golden opportunity that would never come again. I remember when I started university back in September 2020, at age 28, 4 months into my first year, my foundation degree, business management course year, the government, I think it's November time, they announced on TV that they was going to treble the university fees for university student loans fees from £3,000 a year to £9,000 a year, and then there was a big fucking stink about it. There's a big the university students went fucking uproar, and I don't blame them. They went to parliament, they protested, they fought the police, but they're still going to do it. All that protest meant don't mean bullshit, because they put that price up every year. Ever since then, they put the price up every year. And university, if I was a teenager now, 18, 19-year-old now, I'm not going to university now, because it's not worth it. It's too much money, and it's not worth getting a degree to get the massive debt for your life. No, it ain't. And also, even when you get a degree, you're not guaranteed a job, because nowadays jobs are getting, my job is getting destroyed by AI, artificial intelligence taking people's jobs. Going off topic, and I feel for graduates. They can't get jobs. A lot of people they're unemployed, they're university credit, and that's not their fault. And then, I hate when people say, oh, these university graduates, they're lazy, don't want to work. That's not fucking true. Or they say, oh, youngsters between age 6 to 24 don't want to work. That's not true. It's not true. What they want is a better quality life. We're told. I remember my stepmom auntie, that older sister said to me, Quincy, if you want a successful life, you need to work at school, college, and get a university degree, become successful life. Yeah. That all of us got told that, especially people from ethnic minorities, right? Our parents, our family members told us, oh, you need to get a successful life and be taken seriously. You need a university degree, and we've done what we told. Lucky for me, I didn't get that student there, but all the people that followed the normal route, that did well at school, did well at GCSE, did well at A-level degree, but they take out massive student loan debt. They're vexed about it. They're upset, and they should be, because they got lied to by the system. The system told them, oh, if you just work hard at school, college, university, get a degree, oh, you guaranteed a good job. That's total bullshit, man. That's total rubbish, because now they can't bloody get work. They can't get work. You know what I mean? They can't get work for the rest of their lives, yeah, and they're pissed. And if I was in that situation, I'd be annoyed too. You know what I'm saying? I'll be vexed. If I was youngster now, and be like to my parents, my family, my parents, my aunt, his uncle, whatever, and they told me go to get a degree, I get massive debt, and I can't get a job, I'll be fucking vexed about it. Lucky for me, I got no student loan debt, so I'm lucky in that shit, because I didn't follow the status quo, I didn't follow the rules. So I'm so glad I didn't do well at school first time around, because I had to resit to my GCSEs and pass them, and I did that alongside my GMK Foundation Leisure Tourism when I was sixth form at the age of 17 in 1999, because I did my GCSEs in 1998, age 16, reset my 2 GCSEs in both English language and literature, passed that alongside my GMK Foundation age 17 1999, and then went to college for 1 year between September 2000 to June 2001, between age 18 and 19, done my GMK Intermediate Business qualification, got merit overall, which came to 4 B grade GCSEs. Then in September 2010, start my Foundation Degree Business Management qualification. Passed that in September 2013. Got pass grades, and then in February 2015, got my Bachelor's Business Studies degree, BA Honours Bachelor Business Studies degree. I passed that with first class honours degree, and I've done really well. Got 2 degrees, business degrees. So yeah, man, I'm really pleased with my educational achievements. And I'm not an academic. I'm not the most academic person. I just worked really hard to get where I am. You know what I mean? Because all my 5 qualifications, apart from my GCSEs are academic qualifications, but all my other 4 qualifications, my GMK Foundation Leisure Tourism, my GMK Intermediate Business qualification, my Foundation Degree Business Management, and my BA Honours Business Degree qualifications, they're all vocational qualifications, because they're all module based, and that suited my learning style, because I'm better at coursework than exams. I was never really that good at exams. So yeah, man, I'm so pleased that I got my degrees at the age of 30 going 33. I'll never go to university age 18 2000 or 19 2001, because yeah, I would have gone like the rest of my peers, my age group peers in my school year. Yeah, I got a degree, but I reckon I would be in 30 grand debt, because I came from a poor family. I came from a single parent stepmom home, and my stepmom couldn't give me money to go to university, so I had to get loans if I did it the conventional way. I'm so glad I did this to my stepmom and my auntie, because if I followed their ways, like followed what they told me, I would have been in massive debt, and I would have been vexed about it. I'd be in 30 grand debt, but I'm not. So I thank the Lord that I didn't follow the advice. I followed my own way, because what I did was quite rare, because there's not many people who are ethnic minorities. I'm black mixed race man, Guyanese, Irish and Chinese descent, who got 2 degrees for £5,140, just over 5 grand, yeah, 2 degrees, yeah, that price. There's people in like 60, 70, 80, 90 grand debt, university graduate, and that amount in debt, and they never paid it off. Whereas me, I use my elite financial management skills to pay for my degrees, and I was very. I may not got the best university degree grades. I may not got the top university like Russell School University, like University of Manchester, Newcastle University, Reading University, King's College University, or like the top 2 universities in the UK, even though Oxford is Cambridge University. I may not gone to the top university, I may not got the top grades, but I did something that was very, very, very rare and a very, very rare achievement. I paid my degrees on very cheap because I went part time. I utilised my skills, you know what I mean, my management skills to pay for my 2 degrees, and I'm so glad I did that way. I did the unconventional, the vocational unconventional. Like I said before, I'm a vocational unconventional man. I don't follow the status quo or the society rules or the conventional rules. It's bullshit. So I ain't no sheep to society. You know, I do things my way, and my way works because I got 2 degrees on the very cheap, and my methods, the way I did it was, and did my 2 degree business degree for just over £5 grand. That would never happen again, especially if you're from a working class background, a middle class background. The only people, like I said, the only people that could beat me to pay the degrees in cash of students got rich parents. They're the only ones that could beat me, like up class rich people. But working class people and middle class people, they can't afford to get their degrees on cheap, because the government made it so expensive for normal people to pay for the degrees with cash. They have to take out loans to cover the university costs and the living costs and things like that. So I'm so grateful I did it my way. I'm so glad I listened to my intuition, and I thank God that I remember I said to my stepmom, if I go to university, I'll go in it part time, and that's what I said before. I said yesterday, words are powerful, because whatever you say in the universe, it will come back. So I said to myself, if I go to university, and back when I was 19, up to the age of, let's say, well, from 13 to 27, going 20, I was not interested in university. I didn't care about university. I didn't give a shit about universities, yeah. And I said, and as a further comment to my stepmom to get her off my back, I said, listen, if I'm going to university, I'm going part time. I'm paying myself. I'm not getting no student loan debt. Fuck that. And then little did I know, and I foreshadowed and predicted my future without realizing at the time that I was going to actually do that and then pay my own degree. But little I know, a bonus tip, that I got 2 degrees. So that's why I believe in God. God's good man. You know, thank God I got my 2 degrees, and they're very cheap. I own it, fully own it. It's mine forever. And I'm so pleased that I'm so glad I followed my own intuition, my own way, my own unconventional way. I didn't follow the status quo, and the way I did would suit me, because I did two German keys, one at sixth form and one at college. The way the way they structure is module based. So when I got my 2 degrees, exactly how it's structured is very module based. You know what I mean? But we got continuous assessment, and that's why I did well my 2 university degrees. And also I got help. There's 5 people to help me with my studying to get my degrees. And whether there's 5 people, I went for my the guy that interviewed me, Richard Gillette, who I'm faithful friends with, work for him now, work for him, interviewed for my course, my university course back in June 2010. I only got my degrees. So, you know, God bless Richard Gillette. A big shout out to him, because he's a good university tutor, and you know, he's a good guy, man. He's a lovely, good guy. And I think he's from Wolverhampton originally, but he's a lovely, good guy. And I follow him for each other on Facebook. He's a good guy, man. So I work for him, and there's 5 people in my workplace that helped me study for my degree. I got my degree, so, you know, God bless them all. You know, God bless them all. And I'm very thankful, because it weren't for that opportunity, and for Richard Gillette and those 5 people, my workplace called Lola, that helped me study my university course and get my degrees. I would have got my degree, so I thank them as well, and also got the opportunity. Before I started my degree, when I applied for it, the time was just I timed it so perfectly. The time was right. It was a golden opportunity, once a lifetime opportunity that I would never get again. And I feel blessed, because I see people, university graduate from university now, they're graduating massive debt, and I'm so thankful that's not been. And I feel sorry for them, because what they want is an education to get better life. And unfortunately, the government's made it impossible for them to get the degrees, because they make it so expensive for normal people. They price out normal people, and I don't understand why a lot of working class people don't go to university, because it's too damn expensive, and it's true. And I was the lucky few from working class background, single parent home, ethnic minority, being black mixed race, being the black mixed race of Guyanese Chinese descent. I managed to achieve the impossible. Managed to achieve a rare achievement, a very big achievement, you know. So I'm real blessed with that. But like I said, back to the student loan debts. The student loans debts is a bloody joke, and you know, it's just, I fear it's going to get worse. I fear it's going to get worse. You know what I mean? I fear it's going to get worse, because they want to get a degree. University students, yeah, they want to get a degree, but by doing that, they're going to get massive debt. Now, if I had a son or daughter, and I was a multi-millionaire, if I was let's say like 25 million in the bank, yeah. If my son and daughter go to university, I'll pay for it. Daddy Quincy will pay for it, because I don't want my kids to get in debt. Like my future children, if I have future children, I don't want them to get in debt. 'Cause I never got into university in debt, because I use my brains. but this time in the future it's going to be more and more expensive now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'll tell any prospective college student or sixth form student, if you're gonna go university, to do law, be a teacher, become a lawyer, teacher, doctor, engineer, civil engineer, or solicitor, then yeah, you need to then go university, then go. But anything else, if any other qualification don't go, it's a waste of time. Because it's so expensive, you know. And what Tony Blair and the UK government done back in 1998, they just messed up for everybody now. Because you know, before 1998, university was free and people getting degrees. But not, to be fair, not many went to university back then. But what he done, we want half the UK population to become educated, degree educated, yeah, which is a good thing, good goal to have. But by doing that, he introduced the student loan tuition fees back in '98 when I was 16. I was thinking I was 16 my GCSE exams, and it messed up. So, and I said to myself back then, like I said before, I said if I go to university, I have to get debt. But thank with the grace of God, and that never happened to me, boy. And I'm so glad I didn't follow the conventional system in terms of university education, going to 18, 2009, 2001. I'm so glad I didn't do it. That time at this point I didn't go, but look back now. I believe in God. God's real. It's a blessing. The blessing skies. I didn't go until 28 because I wouldn't have been ready then anyway. But again, you know, if I was an education MP, Quincy, I would abolish the university fee to make it free for everyone to go to university. Today I'm in Palmer's Green, North London, in Broomfield Park, just chilling out on Friday 29th of May 2026 at the View. You know, I'm chilling out with a nice ale drink, Newcastle Baron Ale. There you go. Back to my hand, like I said, the student loan debt situation is a bloody joke. It needs something to be done. I hope something should be done about it, but I don't think it will. And more university graduates end up in debt. And I'll be watching news on work with my smartphone, and so many university graduates can't get jobs. They can't get jobs. Even people with law degrees can't get jobs. That's bloody scary. Thankfully for me, I got 2 business degrees, and I got 2 online business this year, so I'm alright. I'm okay. I don't have a job, but you know what? I'm lucky because if I didn't have an online business, I'd be screwed. You get what I'm saying? I'd be so screwed. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very, very fortunate person because, you know, the job market's getting worse. It's gonna get worse, man. I say in 2 years' time, there'll be no jobs. 2 to 3 years' time, in like 2029, I say 90 to 95% of jobs will be gone. And then the work system's fucked. You got these ghost jobs and that shit, and then the whole point of university is to get a job now. But now that whole problem is we've been lied to by not of our parents, aunties, family members, the government. They lied to you, man. They were fucking lies, man. You know what I'm saying? So I feel for university students, university graduates, because they want to do better life and get an education, but that's not working now. The old system's gone now. Now people are gonna have to start their own businesses now, and I think that could be a better thing because I hate workplaces. I never liked working. Hated it. You know what I'm saying? Going off topic, but no. Yeah, man. What I can say is this before I go is the UK student loan system is a bloody joke. It's a fucking joke. It should be abolished. It should be free education in the UK country. The UK is one of the richest countries in the world. They got money. They can help out war-torn countries, refugees. They can't help out UK British people like homeless people, university graduates who got university student loan debts, and it's bullshit. And I just feel sorry for them, but it is what it is. Anyway, if you like this video, please subscribe. I'm out.